I'm ready. Y'all ready? You want me to go ahead and do this thing right quick?
Well,
Hit that
well, well,
live button.
well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what it do, what it do. This your people at the Atlanta Falcon Nation bringing you the heavy hitters every Tuesday night. Well, we started a little late because of technical difficulties and all that stuff. So I'm gonna
Mike
go
late.
ahead and I'm
Mike did it. Mike did it. Mike, it's all Mike's fault.
It's
All right.
Mike's fault. He late.
damn it, it don't matter if we started late, we started, damn it. All right, so we're gonna start introducing the people here. We got the starting lineup tonight. We got to my right, Mr. Jew Talk Sports, the calm before the storm, the voice of reason. You choose whatever you want to call. At the bottom here, we have the First Lady. I repeat, the First Lady of Atlanta Falcon Nation, Miss Maggie T. And if you can't respect that, she's going to shank your ass. All right, get back down to the diagonal part.
That's why they need to know. Just don't let them know that part.
We got the mad scientist, Mr. Mad Mike Sports, and me, of course. You can call me KStylz, aka the Sixth Man. How we doing tonight, people?
Good.
Oh, I'm ready to talk some big shit tonight, boy.
I hear Mike ready. So this gonna be a show tonight.
All right, okay. Hey, look, before we talk that big shit going on here, let me go ahead and get the early shout outs of the show. Mr. Trucker Mike 404, Nick Turner 31, Jamel Riggins, hey, Javon Reed, hey. That's your people. That's your peoples over there, man.
That's baby bro right there. That's baby
That's
bro.
the peoples.
Yes, sir.
Twisted Torch, and we're gonna go with Speed Falcon for life. If I haven't gotten to all y'all right now, we're gonna get to you later. What's going on?
Absolutely.
What's going
Hey,
on,
man.
folks?
What we
Three? You want to start with three? The three keys real quick? Just want to real.
Hey, let's go ahead and get on these three keys. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm
gonna start. I'm gonna start out. I want to start out with you. Just real quick. All right. Just real quick.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the three keys before I even get there. Nah, I'm gonna say that for my 2 point. I'm gonna say that one for my 2 point because I got something to say to some of you Falcons fans. All right, y'all think I forgot? Y'all think I'm just scared to speak my mind on something? Nah, I speak my mind on my terms. Okay, so if y'all hear about it, yes, it came from me. I remember everything that y'all did. All right, trust me. I'm always watching, but like I said, I'm going to respond how I want to respond when I want to respond. But let's get to these three keys. The first one, man, I'm not worried about Jameis Winston. I'm not worried about Mr. Tim Tebow. I'm not worried about him. So the first thing I think what the Falcons have to do, man, is continue doing what they're doing. As they've been mixing coverages, they've been playing a lot of man, they've been playing a lot of zone, they've been blitzing, they've been zone blitzing. Continue to do that. I'm not afraid of that front four. If you guys have seen my my film breakdown with Grady Jarrett and how he single-handedly destroyed the first game against the Saints, the dude has 2.5 sacks, and this dude was unblockable. So if they can't block Grady Jarrett, they have no chance. All right, even with a quarterback like Drew Brees, okay? He's out. Drew Brees still without an arm, not the complete player. He's still intelligent. Jameis Winston is not as intelligent as Drew Brees is. So they're going to have to block Grady Jarrett, or they're going to have a long freaking day. That's number one. Number two is the secondary. I'm not worried about any of their receivers. I'm not worried about mental slant guard. All right, I'm not worried about him at all whatsoever. The Falcons secondary are more than capable and keep that receiving core intact. And I think what they're going to have to do in this game more than ever is you got to watch Keanu Neal in this game. Keanu Neal is the key to this game. All right. They got to stop Grady Jarrett, but if the Falcons can continue to put Keanu Neal in the position. This is going to test his athleticism. This is going to test his injuries. Is he really back? Because they're going to use their tight ends. They're going to use their running backs out of the backfield. So Keanu he about to get his track shoes on. He going to have to guard everybody underneath. This is his game. So if Keanu Neal can do his thing on the defensive side of the ball, Falcons win easily. All right, and the third one, I always say this, man, coaching. But this more so Mr. Stupid Ass. All right. I said I was going to watch my cousin, but that motherfucker is stupid. All right. And I'm talking about dirt fucking quarter. I'm so fucking tired of this damn idiot. I'm like, he just does not understand that we can't continue to throw the ball every damn play. Do you realize that there's a such thing as a running back? Why the hell do we got Edo Smith on the damn field, on the damn roster? He never fucking plays. Why do we have Olsen on the damn squad and he never plays? He practically plays just 2 running backs. We got 4 running backs on the damn roster and he only plays 2. So it's coaching. Get the running backs involved in the game. That means Todd Gurley as well as your boy, Juju. You already know where I'm going with this.
Be healed, baby.
Be healed, man. Got to get Brian Gurley. So let me know what you guys think, man.
All right, Mr. Utah Sport. Let's hear what your 3 keys gonna be on this subject.
I don't know where it always starts for me on the defensive line. Like in this game, especially if Jameis is playing, Drew Brees, you can rattle him, but it's harder to rattle Drew Brees because he's been around for so long. But Jameis is one of those guys. I hope early in the game he has like interception or he has a sack fumble because he's one of those guys that kind of rides the wave. If he starts off hot, he's one of those guys that pretty much stays hot. I talked about it a little bit in the video that I did about, I think it was last year when Jameis was in Tampa and they came to Atlanta and he pretty much came and torched us. So with Jameis, it's either hit or miss. Some games when he's on, he's making every throw. And that's why he's kind of one of those quarterbacks that scares me in a way because he's willing to try anything. He's like Brett Favre. He gonna throw that ball. I don't care. And that's why him playing with Bruce Arians as his coach kind of fits his scheme. And even Dirk Cutter when he was in Tampa, because Jameis is a gunslinger. He wants to throw the ball. He wants to throw the ball down the field. Now, one thing that I do like about Jameis playing in this game is he'll put the ball in harm's way. So he's going to give our cornerbacks chances to intercept the ball. Like a Foye Oluokun, Deion Jones, this is their game to get an interception. AJ Terrell, who's very opportunistic, very aggressive, and likes to peek in the backfield and likes to play off coverage. This is his game because he can jump, he can bite on routes in this game because Jameis is going to put the ball in harm's way. So I'm looking for the pass rush to get home. If we can bring that pressure like Mike talked about with Grady Jarrett up front, but I'm looking for somebody else to step up with them because if you remember in that game last year when we went and dominated them in New Orleans, Vic Beasley had a good game. Adrian Claiborne, who's no longer here, he had a great game on the inside. They were placing both of those guys on the inside and bringing that pressure up the middle. And when AC was here, Adrian Claiborne, he was one of those guys that consistently got pressure, whether he was on the outside or whether he was playing that 3 technique, like how they play John Kaminsky. So this is a game to watch John Kaminsky because he's one of those guys that's that energy guy. They're going to be focused on Grady Jarrett. So we're going to need somebody else. I mean, Grady is pretty much unblockable, but if we have somebody else, maybe like a Marlon Davidson, who hasn't, no team really has a lot of tape on him, he's another guy in this game that I think could be a sleeper. A lot of people might not be thinking about Marlon Davidson because he hasn't played a lot. He's one of those guys that we can actually roll him out there, and he can be another guy that puts pressure on the middle, condense that pocket, get your hands up. Maybe we can bat a ball. As Big Low says, the only time Michael Walker gets an interception is off a tip. So maybe he gets his first interception in this game off a tip pass or something like that. Maybe Keanu Neal, gets an interception in this game. But I'm number one key to victory is definitely stop the run, get pressure on the quarterback, force a turnover early, get Jameis Winston, in his feelings. And usually with Jameis Winston, it's an avalanche. Once he makes that first mistake, it seems like he can't get over it. Like he has that dark cloud over his head the rest of the game. So hopefully we can get some pressure on him in this game early. I'm not too sure if Dante Fowler is going to play. And I do think that Dante Fowler, if he plays, he definitely could be an X factor coming off the edge. Him combining with Grady Jarrett. My second key to victory in this game, Mike talked about it again. My boy Brian Hill. I've been talking about it. Feed Brian Hill and Todd Gurley in this game. Use these guys with those swing passes. Like, get these guys involved not only in the running game, but also out of the backfield. Like we talked about it. KStylz pulled it up, I think it was last week, where he talked about how many catches Todd Gurley has out of the backfield. I think it was less than 30, which is crazy because Todd Gurley is a guy that can be used kind of like a Swiss Army knife. Use this guy on Wildcats, use this guy out of the backfield, line this guy up in the slot, and let him go one-on-one against those linebackers of the Saints. Because one thing about the Saints linebackers, they do not like to cover. The reason they went out and got traded for Quan Alexander is they don't like to cover. Those guys are thumpers. Demario Davis is a thumper. He wants to come downhill in the run game. He wants to blitz. Make that guy, put him out in space and see if he can cover Todd Gurley one-on-one. See if he can cover Brian Hill, who's proven to be an improved pass catcher. And also in this game, please, Dirk Cutter, use some tosses and use some outside zone runs in this game. Use some of those outside runs. Like, stop with all of this inside, up the gut every single play. Because in this game, the New Orleans Saints has a very big defensive line. Onyemata, all those big guys they got up front. Cam Jordan, those guys love to condense the pocket. They love the blitz. So the way you beat the blitz is with quick passes. So in this game, get those guys out of the backfield. This is a game for Ito Smith, as Mike was talking about. Let Ito Smith play because Ito Smith is a guy I've talked about consistently. He's a guy that's supposed to be catching those passes out of the backfield like a James White from the New England Patriots. Use that guy out of the backfield and allow him to take advantage of those slower linebackers who can't deal with those option routes. Take advantage of those guys. In this game, Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage, use those guys out of the slot and use Hayden Hurst. I really think in this game, Hayden Hurst could go crazy. Because just like he was talking about Keanu O'Neal, make those safeties and make those linebackers cover at all costs. Do not let those guys just come downhill and thump. Spread these guys out, as Dirk Cutter loves to do, and just let your athletes be athletes. Matt Ryan, 3-step drop, get that ball out your hands quick. Let Russell Gage, let Calvin Ridley, let Julio run out the catch. Like, don't have Matt Ryan back there holding the ball with all these 5 and 7-step drops. Because if we do that in this game, Matt Ryan's going to get sacked a bunch because they have one of those defensive lines that's very aggressive. I talked about it in my video again. Trey Hendrickson, number 91 for the Saints. He's a guy to look out for on the opposite side of Cam Jordan. This dude is a game record. He's one of those guys that's been coming on, and we do not want to get these guys going. So the way that we stay ahead of the chains is get that ball out quick. Quick throws, 3-step drops with Matt Ryan. Look for your outlets. Hayden Hurst, let him run out the catch. Hayden Hurst is a wide receiver pretty much. Let this guy run out the catch. Use Brian Hill in tosses, sweeps. Use some jet sweeps in this game. We've seen it last year with Calvin Ridley and Kenyon Barner. Use these guys. Use some misdirection. The way you take advantage of that aggressive defense and those aggressive blitzing, Dennis Allen loves to blitz. Make those guys look at some eye candy. Have somebody coming on the reverse. Slow those guys down. If you have some type of misdirection, you will be able to slow down that pass rush. So screen passes, any quick passes in this game. And the final key to victory, and I know I've been kind of long-winded. I'm sorry, guys, but y'all know it's rivalry week. And the last key to victory is coaching. In this game, Mike talked about it. No dumb coaching. No passing over 40 times. Let's keep it balanced. Let's stay ahead of the chains. Raheem Morris, no dumb timeouts, no dumb penalties, and don't allow any fake punts. If I see another fake punt where a team is picking up a first down on a fake punt, I'm a snap. I'm so tired of seeing every team like, why are we not ready for that? Every team it seems like does the same thing against us. They always end up picking up a first down off a fake punt. Against the Carolina Panthers, Jeremy Chin, a direct snap, and he runs for like 30 yards down the field. Be ready for the fake punt. Atlanta, we always seem to, for whatever reason, we get caught off guard on special teams. If we get a quick 3 and out, Drew Brees and not Drew Brees, but the head coach, Sean Payton, he's very aggressive and he's very tricky. So in this game, if we get a couple 3 and out, he's super aggressive. So he might tell them, hey, look, run this fake because they're not going to be ready for it. So Atlanta, please watch your film and be ready for the fake punt. It's coming. They have to do some type of trick play in this game. Taysom Hill, watch out for the trick play because they have to do something in this game without Drew Brees. They need to get some explosive plays. And the only way they can get explosive play is off a trick play. So be ready for the trick play. I don't know who's going to do it, whether it's going to be on special teams whether it's Taysom Hill on a toss back throw, it's gonna be some type of trick play in this game. So be prepared for it. And those my 3 keys. What you got, KStylz?
Before I get to mine, I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple more shout outs as well. Before I get to mine, I said, hey, we got Dre, Drebo in the building. I'm gonna say what's happening to him.
What up, Dre?
We got Quentin Willis. You know, that's a regular. Wallace Smith, and we got Twisted Torch TV. Like I said, we're gonna get to more of y'all later on, but we gotta get on with this segment.
Hey, let me do one thing. If you guys have a channel, this is something this is a fly. If you guys have a channel, man, like go ahead. You have my permission. All right, my permission to drop your link in there. All right, you guys, trust me. Just go to their channel, subscribe to them. Everybody, you know, this is a place where we want to give everybody at least a shot to be seen, man. So it's like, go ahead, do your thing, drop your link, man. Y'all go check anyone out. If you have a channel, so go ahead, KStylz. My bad.
Hey, it's all about networking, baby. Remember, it ain't just absolutely us. It's all of y'all there too. So we all in this together. But I'm gonna go to my 3 keys. My first key is gonna be set the tone. You have to set a tone early. Offensively, you have to score touchdowns in this game. We can't settle for field goals. So when you get a chance to, like I said, the way New Orleans defense plays, like I said, they're very aggressive. They're going to try to use what's his name? Chauncey, what is that? The anti-slant.
Chauncey Gardner.
Yeah, Gardner Johnson.
Anti-slant boy. They're gonna use him like the Seattle Seahawks used Jamal Adams in the first game. So, but that's from what I've seen the last couple games. I see they're going to use a lot of safety blitzes. They're gonna bring at least 5 or 6. So. Drew damn near covered up all my points, but I'm gonna go ahead and rearrange those again.
Sorry, bro.
No, you good because they get to hear my point of view from it. Todd Gurley, Brian Hill, whoever the hell's in the backfield need to be in the passing game. Plain and simple.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Because if they're going to be bringing 5 or 6 every play, your tight ends and your running backs are going to be your best friends here. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Point number 2, defense. You have to put wood on these motherfuckers. You gotta make them fear you in this game. Because we already know if Jameis Winston's going to start, Taysom Hill gonna get about 60% of the snaps because he's 9 times out of 10 gonna run the ball. So you must blow his ass up out the game. They call him Tim Tebow Jr. for a reason because he can't throw worth a damn. But that's kind of what their offense expects because they know if Taysom Hill's on the field, you thinking 9 times out of 10 they're going to run it, and that's when they're going to hit you with the big play. And you know where I'm going with number 3. You know where I'm going with number 3, right?
60 minutes.
60 minutes. Hold on. 60 minutes, motherfucker.
Wow. He really did.
60 minutes of football, which means dirt cutter, your game plan. Like I said, we have to see this team be aggressive and set the tone from the beginning of the game until it hits 3 zeros at the end of the game. Because we know Saints Falcon games, as Drew would say, come down to 3, 4, 5 plays, and we have to execute those. If we don't execute them, then it's gonna be one of those things where it's damn. Like Ron Simmons say, damn. We don't want one of them moments. And that pretty much goes fine right there.
All right, so let's introduce one of our affiliates to the show, man. When is he gonna come? When is he gonna come? When is he gonna come? Hey, man.
Yabba dabba do, motherfucker. Come on.
Yabba dabba do. When is he gonna come? Hey, man.
There you go. Mr. J Rock TV.
Hey, man, this is one of our young affiliates, man. My boy J Rock, man. You guys go ahead and join the Discord. Hey, man, it's all good over here, man. Tell people what you all about, J Rock.
Yeah, man, what's going on, y'all? Happy to be on here with y'all again, as always. Yeah, man. Falcons Nation. You said turn down the other video. Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah, I appreciate everybody for letting me tap in with y'all, but yeah, man. I'm a streamer, and I just love the Atlanta Falcons. I love this channel. I support you guys, Jew, Styles, Maggie, the whole gang. I appreciate y'all. That's, keep it short and sweet. I appreciate y'all, man.
Absolutely, man. Man, what these dang questions at, man? What we gonna? I got something. Y'all want to get to the questions? Y'all just want to? No. As a matter of fact, let's get to this. I want to talk about this now. I got to get this out of the way, man. I got to get this one out the way. Your boy, that's your boy. Your boy did it again, man. Made the news again. Who am I talking about? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Who am I talking about? Nobody knows. Who am I talking about?
Who?
You guys gotta go to in a minute.
Y'all gotta go to
you already know it's coming.
Y'all gotta go AFN if you don't know it. If you don't know it, let me just go ahead and say it. All right, let me just go ahead and say it. Your boy Takaris McKinley, man. Takaris McKinley. Them found his ass. Yeah, he's nowhere to be found. No, I'm not. The boy's on the waiver list again. All right, on the waiver list again, bro. Failed the test. He failed. He couldn't pass the test. Why? Because he's injured. This is what I'm talking about. Been saying this for a while. Everybody want to talk about he's likable. You know what I'm saying? He may be better than Vic Beasley. The dude is injured again. Couldn't even pass the freaking physical to pay for the damn Bengals. And this is your king, Falcons fans. A lot of people said the Falcons was stupid for even making this decision to get rid of Tack. This dude has been an absolute bust from the very beginning. They drafted this guy, first round, injured, couldn't play in training camp. Why? Because he was injured. And here we go again, right back at the same situation again. You know what I'm saying? Again, injured. All of this is karma. The Falcons organization from the very beginning, they gave him a shot. He was injured from the beginning, coming into his college career, coming into the NFL doing college. Guess what? Injury prone. The guy was moody. This is all on his scouting report. Just go read it for yourself. All of these were warning signs, and Thomas Dimitrov still drafted the guy. The Falcons took a chance on the guy who really wasn't worth it. When you look at the scouting report, if you've seen what he's provided for the Falcons, he wasn't worth it. But instead of this guy being, thoughtful for what this organization did for him, they did not in any way bash this guy. They gave him the proper help. They wanted to help. And guess what? He went on Twitter and bashed him and turned around. And, here we go. The Falcons, he got his wish, thought he was just going to go to another team and going to live it up. But nope, your ass can't even make the damn Cincinnati Bengals roster. He can't even make the Cincinnati Bengals roster. But they got so much to say about Vic freaking Beasley. At least Vic Beasley did something. At least he made a Pro Bowl. At least he had a 10-sack season. More than a 10-sack season. 15 and a half, led the league in sacks, but nobody want to give him credit for that. Instead, y'all want to cap for Tack. For what reason? He ain't never did a dang on thing. Never. What has he done besides lie and blame everybody except for himself? This is what happens when you're unappreciative. You're often injured, and you blame everybody except for yourself. This is what happens. And I'm saying, I'm just going to be real. This is what happens. I have absolutely no sympathy for this guy. None. Whatsoever. You caused this. Because you were ungrateful for what this organization, and even the fans, bro. The fans, that's the most disappointing thing. The fans. You have loyal fans here in Atlanta that had your back, and he basically shitted on every fan there is. So if y'all guys want to expand on that, man, I'm like I said, I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna say this, but nah, I was about to go a little bit overboard, but I'll let that one go. I'll let that one go.
Well, like I said, that right there was a situation where, bruh, you never know what you had good until it's gone. And I'm gonna ask everybody here: do y'all remember Barney? Y'all remember Barney, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all remember Barney? Good old happy lucky. Everybody was in your corner.
Mm-hmm.
This is the new Tack pick I found right here. I don't know if y'all gonna recognize this.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna look at Tack McKinley right here, right quick. This is the old crackhead Barney right here that nobody knows about.
Where's the color?
What you mean with the color? That is the color. See, he would have been. Look, I'm about to say he would have been brighter, but you remember Tack didn't really get sacks like that. So the less sacks he got, the darker you got.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Hey man. Oh, man. Hey, what's your thoughts on that, J Rock?
Say that again.
Your thoughts on Tack, man? This whole Tack situation, him not being.
It's a mess. I think it's a huge mess. I'm kind of glad we got rid of him because if we would have brought him back, it would have been, more locker room issues. So he can take that diva elsewhere. I'm not a fan of divas at all. Y'all know. Y'all know the divas out there in the NFL. But he's one of them now. So that's their problem, whoever want to take him. I did hear one thing that I saw earlier. I think Kyle Shanahan said he wanted him. Go right ahead. Take him.
Take him. Please, though.
Kyle Shanahan want every ex-Falcon. Want every ex-Falcon player.
Hey, go ahead, man. Dude, go ahead and do it. I already know, man.
They lost their pass rushers. They need him, though.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't think Tack gonna do anything to help him. Personally, y'all know why I feel about Tack. I was done with him, and y'all know it take me a long time. As the voice of reason, it take me a long time to get fed up with a player. But I was done with him when he was pouting and he wasn't playing. Like, one thing that I think he took for granted, GMs and front offices will do anything to cover their butt on picking a first-round pick, whether they're wrong or right. They'll do anything to they'll do whatever they have to do. They'll backpedal, they'll moonwalk, they'll do whatever they have to do to make it look like they make the right choice with that first-round pick. And I think Tack McKinley took that for granted. the Falcons was going to be the only team that was going to give him that long leash that we gave him of him not ever getting 10 sacks. Every other team, like the Bengals, they were able to cut him like it was nothing because they didn't choose him in the first round. It didn't cost them anything up. It didn't cost them anything to cut him. So to be honest, the Falcons gave him the longest leash out of any team. Like every other team, he's going to have to grind his way onto the roster. Like they're not going to just give him, because you think about it, when he came to the Falcons, we pretty much gave him a starting role. We didn't make him compete with anybody. Everybody that was in his way of getting his playing time either was let go, like Adrian Claiborne. Everybody that was in that particular role that could have competed with him was let go. So really, with Dan Quinn being here, Dan Quinn put too much trust in the players that he believed in. I think he put too much trust in Vic Beasley. I think he put too much trust in Tack, and he didn't do a good job of making those guys compete for positions. And that was the same thing with Tack. Like this year, we didn't bring anybody really to compete with him other than Charles Harris. Like who did we really bring in that could have took his position? That's the reason why Tack felt entitled. I really feel like Tack was walking around like he was the king on campus, but he hadn't did anything. And to me, like Mike was saying, we threw dirt on Vic Beasley because he couldn't, get that 15 sack season again. But at the end of the day, like I said, I was one of those that was like, keep Vic Beasley and cut Tack McKinley. Like give Vic Beasley Tack McKinley. We didn't pick up his 5th-year option anyway. I'm like, cut this guy because I knew Tack McKinley, for one, he can't stay healthy. At least with Vic Beasley, he actually stayed healthy. He actually played. With Tack McKinley, it's like, this dude don't even give any effort. Like this dude can't even stay healthy. So it's like he's on the team. He's talking. He's not bringing anything to the table. So I think really Thomas Dimitroff, when he was here, he was so busy trying to prove that he made the right choice with that first round pick. We should have cut bait with Tack McKinley a long time ago, or tried to trade him a long time ago. So really, Tack McKinley he tried to make the Falcons look bad by saying, last year, we could have got a 2nd round pick for him, which it came out that all of the stuff he was saying wasn't true. But I would have gave him up for a bag of chips, real talk, because he wasn't doing nothing. Like, we could get a practice squad player that could do better than him. Yeah, he wasn't doing anything. So I'm like, one thing that you can't measure is effort. And that's what Tack didn't give us. Like, all of these guys that we have playing now, like the Jacob Tatui Mariners, the Stephen Means, they're not as talented, meaning God-given ability like Tack McKinley. But one thing about those guys, they're going to give you effort, and you can't measure effort. You can't measure heart. And to me, that's something that Tack McKinley didn't have. He had all the God-given ability, but he had no heart, and pretty much he had no effort and no work ethic. And if you don't have work ethic and you don't have heart in the NFL, I wouldn't be surprised if he never gets picked up again or he never makes another 53-man roster. And I'm being serious because he doesn't put the work in. You got to put the work in. And that's one thing I can say about a lot of these players that are on the Falcons. We got a lot of guys that work their way up from the ground. Rico Allen, guys that nobody believed in. Stephen Means, these guys, Jacob Tatui Mariner, these guys were practice squad players. And these guys are now on the actual roster. And they're actually making some noise. Like Jacob Tatui Mariner, every time I see him, he making a play. I'm like, I don't know what college he went to. I don't know much about him. Far as he wasn't probably a 5-star recruit. But he's one of those guys that's going to give you effort. And that's all you can ask for at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Probably went to DeVry University, but hell, like you say, he got more heart than that motherfucker.
Wow. Yeah, definitely.
Because, like I said you wouldn't trade it for a bag of chips. Hell, I already had his trade value right here. Let me put it up one more time. Trade that motherfucker for trade his ass for a moon pie in this motherfucker.
Not the moon pie.
Yeah, the moon pie.
Not the banana card. That nasty banana card. Hell no. You need that chocolate.
Now the way that Tat played, like I said, it was the banana kind. I don't know. I don't know what he was expecting, bro, because you think 4 years, 17 and a half sacks, bro, that's a rotational pass rusher. You're not finna get no value.
Definitely, yeah.
$10 million for that. I'm not giving you $10 million to be a rotational player. Like that's essentially what you are. Like I said, man, like Vic B wasn't a complete pass rusher, when Well, I'll say this: the Vic Beasley wasn't a complete defensive end. He was a situational pass rusher. That's kind of the reason why the Falcons ultimately, moved away from him. They needed a guy who they could count on, consistently, all 3 downs. And Vic Beasley wasn't that. And Tack, they thought he would be that, but they kind of, I think they really just took a huge chance on Tack, to be honest. They put all the eggs in one basket. They tried to, give him some confidence, and he took that shit, and man, his head got bigger than that damn, what you call that damn, that motherfucker head got that damn big, man. I see, they didn't get rid of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you have to earn your state. Tack has never done a damn thing. He's never done anything. For somebody to have that massive ego on top of the lack of production, what are you crying for? Why are you blaming everybody else? It's your fault. If they don't believe in you, well, shoot, like, play harder, do something. Don't go to damn Twitter and say you want to go to Dallas and say you want to go to to California. Play harder. If you want the money, you got to play hard. You got to work hard. Go in the off season. Go to Chuck Smith. All right, go to his pass rush school. Like, this dude was willing to help you guys. You know what I'm saying? He willing to help you guys develop an extra pass rush. He don't want to do that. I mean, he probably want to do it, but he can't stay damn healthy every fucking offseason. He damn getting shoulder surgeries. So what the hell good are you?
He doing all these workouts in the off season. Oh, look at me. I'm building more, strength. You ain't doing nothing with it on the field. What is that doing on the field? I'm putting more muscle, you guys. Ain't doing shit on the field with it.
Say that boy ain't worth chitlin juice. Wow. But you see this comment right here says, Beast Among Us says, I just hope we can get a coach that developed the defense. He said Oliver became a bust because Dan Quinn couldn't develop shit. Ooh. But we're supposed to have the best secondary coach. What you got to say about that, Mike?
It's going to be real quick, man. I don't think that's a problem. A lot of times you don't necessarily need to develop players. That might sound crazy, but I don't think the Falcons have that issue. Their biggest issue is scheme. They got to get out of that old ass ancient. I'm just going to, play cover 3, cover 4, and we just going to tackle well. Well, that's boring as shit. I'm just going to be honest. That's a boring defense.
At that point, we're already figured out. I mean, if Dan Quinn is bringing that shit on, if Dan Quinn has already been running that shit since Seattle, cover 3 and cover 4, and you coming over to Atlanta with the same thing, what, you think people haven't figured that out? Hell, we figured it out when we played them. Right?
Exactly.
Everybody was so scared to play the oh my god, the Legion of Boom, and then Marshawn Lynch and Russell Wilson and all that. Everybody was terrified to play them, and they came in our house. We played them, and we did good on that defense.
Yeah, man.
So
I think before I just want to touch on that real quick, KStylz. What them talking about that cover 3 scheme. I don't think people realize because Seattle is winning. I seen a stat that they say that Seattle has the worst defense in the league, the worst passing defense in the league. Y'all might want to fact check me on that, but they have the worst defense in the league, people. And that's what Pete Carroll, like, we always looking at, and this is what Mike talked about in one of his videos where he was talking about the Super Bowl. We're so worried about wins and losses, and that's all we look at. We don't go in and look at the game in depth. We have to stop being, always looking at the outcome. Did you win the game or did you lose the game? No. Look at Seattle. Seattle right now, their defense is the worst in the league. And they play that cover 3 scheme. That's where Dan Quinn got it from. And I don't think you got a lot of people realize because Seattle had a winning record, a lot of people were just overlooking that basically Russell Wilson is playing hero ball. Like he's actually getting that defense out of a lot of situations where a lot of games this year, they should have lost. They just outscored teams and they didn't make key turnovers, key mistakes that we made, like clock management mistakes. Because a lot of the games, our record could be just as good as Seattle if we have better clock management and better decision making. Like the game against Dallas, we just recover an onside kick. That's coaching. The game against the Chicago Bears, if we just run the football and we just make 1 or 2 more tackles in that game, we win that game. Like, it comes down to the small things. A lot of people are not realizing Seattle, the game that they played, I think was week 2 against the Patriots. They had a goal line stand on that 4th down where they stopped Cam Newton on a quarterback power. So a lot of the games they're winning at the buzzer. And now, if you watch Seattle the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think they're on like a 2 or 3 game losing streak. Like Russ is still trying to play hero ball, and he's throwing some bad interceptions. Last week he threw 2 or 3 interceptions. One play where he was running for a first down, he tried to throw it across his body through an interception in the red zone. So a lot of people that talk about Matt Ryan all the time about how Matt Ryan threw that interception against the Panthers, Russell Wilson is doing the same exact stuff, and I don't hear people saying, everybody's saying Russ is in the MVP category, but the last couple of weeks, Russ is pressing just like Matt Ryan because his defense is letting him down. Just like early in the year, where our defense was giving up 30-plus points a game. Same thing with Seattle. If you guys go look at their defense, everybody talked about Dan Quinn is not a good coach, and everybody talks about how great of a coach Pete Carroll is. He's supposed to be a defensive-minded coach. Well, he's not elevating that defense over there in Seattle. So I think we got to, as much as we own, Dan Quinn's back about
20 in the past, 23rd overall and 26th in the past. So they have a very bad.
They're horrible. Exactly.
I'll tell you something that is so crazy. I'm gonna back you up, Drew, on that whole thing you just did on the Seattle Seahawks. So you know how we was talking about how scary Seattle was back then because of Dan Quinn and that defense. Well, look at it now; it's lopsided. Their offense is super stacked now. Dan Quinn's gone. Yeah, their defense is going to be terrible. And then look at all those key players that they lost. I think the only person that's still there from back in those days is KJ Wright and Bobby Wagner. That's it.
Yeah.
So they're really top heavy on offense now. They're like super, because back then Russell just himself and Marshawn. That was it. That was it. Now they have DK. They have Lockett. They have so many weapons now.
Go ahead, KStylz. Go ahead.
But before I won't get to it, I see Floyd Donnelly said he said he won a late birthday present win from the Falcons. Hey, we're gonna give you a belated birthday shout out on this show today, man.
Yes, sir.
But I won't get to this comment on the screen because this shit had me laughing throughout the whole thing. He said Desmond Koppel said, I know 5 midgets and 6 sissies that can take that job.
Oh, wow. Damn.
If you want me to kind of put the subtitle on that, basically just say I went to Bulldogs and found your replacement.
Hey, man. Damn, Tag, you better not bring him back.
Hey, we'd have lost that interview already, so shit, fuck it.
Yeah, he ain't hit me back. I hit his DM up and he ain't hit me back. I was like, come on, Tag, speak your truth, bruh. He ain't hit me back.
No damn truth.
Oh,
we
man.
my shoulder hurt. We know that shit.
Man.
We know what's shoulder hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well,
But-
I tried. Yeah, I tried.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. So would y'all say that Seattle defense is kind of Charmin soft right now?
Like a baby.
I'll say this.
Hold on, Mike. Before you get to it, here you go. I gotta put the picture up. There you go. Charmin soft.
That a cupcake. That other cupcake.
No, we gotta do the Charmin soft. He, like I said, cupcake. Like I said, I guess he didn't like the cupcakes in Cincinnati because they cut his ass. So we ain't gonna do that no more.
He ain't get a chance to.
But
Them Bengals
man,
started them tweets he made. That's what that was. Like, oh, this fuck nigga. Wait a minute. What did we just do?
But the funny thing is, I don't know if anybody in the comments and chat realize it. But Miss Maggie T called that shit before it happened.
Okay, so early prediction.
Yeah,
No, she literally called. She said Tack ain't playing another down for the Falcons. This was 3 weeks ago.
yeah.
Bam, that's what happened.
Good, hey, good call. Good call.
Hey, I told you, she the first lady for a reason now.
The way it
She
was
got
that
that-
Raheem was not, he was dodging them questions. I was like, oh yeah, he ain't playing.
Yeah, he ain't playing with that. He ain't playing. He ain't having that. He ain't having that.
Hell no.
That's it. That's what I like. I like accountability, man. Don't let people just come in here and do whatever the hell they want to do.
He was making him an example. That's all he was. He just, let him talk his shit. You gonna sit on the bench and then you cut, buddy. That's all. That was just, everybody. Why we don't do this? It's like, look, he trying to make an example out of this dude because look what just happened.
Experience right there. That's coaching experience because I
Definitely
don't think Dan Quinn probably would have just sat him down and let him play or act a fool or whatever.
Yeah, he would have been playing. He would have been. He would definitely still been on the squad.
Man,
you're right because at that point he's fighting for his job, so he would have been desperate.
Man, Dan Quinn would have took his ass to Jersey Mike's and got him a sandwich and told him, "Good job, son." That's all that would have been. But I got another one here. Madness. Look what this boy said. He said his fat ass ain't that physical either.
Hey, Magnus.
Madness.
Was it a physical though? Was it?
It wasn't physical. Like,
he was on his period.
You could have something else. Like we said, we don't know the truth. Like I said, I tell people all the time, man. Like y'all think, Arthur Blank and the Falcons don't have pull, man. Like Arthur Blank is ahead of the owners associated, the owners voting. Anytime they come with a decision, it got to go through Arthur Blank first. Like he is that guy. All right, so you have Rich McKay, he's ahead of the competition committee. He's on top of that. That's like the Falcons got pulled. You know what I'm saying? Like Tack, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Like I said, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. But now we see, like that was a bad fucking decision to go out and just, like I said, dude, you ain't never did shit. You ain't gonna do shit. You can't do shit because your arm all fucked up. So why are you running your damn mouth? You know what I'm saying? Like you should be the last person running your mouth about anything. You know what I'm saying? You that Vic B, the one that they ran out of the damn city, all right, who actually put up something. They ran his ass out of the damn city, and you think you untouchable. Ain't nobody asked for no damn second round pick for you. Who's gonna get Tack the Falcons second round pick for Tack? For what? For what?
Yeah.
Anybody got a question? Anybody got an answer? What the hell are you gonna give them? Like seriously, anybody? Why?
Really?
Why would you give up? And that's it. Let me explain on something. I want to explain on something that you guys kind of said about the cover the Seattle defense. This is another thing that the people don't take into account. That defense wasn't as great as people set out to be. The reason why I say that is because you guys notice what happened after Marshawn. They started going away from Marshawn Lynch. That defense the defense did not play up to par. That defense didn't play up to par. As soon as they stopped giving Marshawn Lynch the ball, you saw that defense started getting exploited. The defense, Marshawn Lynch, was very key, was extremely key to that defense. It kept them off the field. They didn't have to stay on the field a long time. Anytime a defense, they only have, a certain amount of snaps. They don't get tired, and they can just go out and just make plays. They can take chances. The defensive linemen are fresh. The linebackers are fresh. Everybody in the secondary is fresh. Marshawn Lynch was the heart and soul of that team. And I'm talking about offense, defense, special team. If it wasn't for Marshawn Lynch, that team would have never been as good as it was. People got to give that man respect because when he came from Buffalo, that team it wasn't even overnight. It wasn't even overnight. It seemed like it
But as soon as he stepped on that field, you saw a completely different team. He changed that culture. He was the reason why Seattle was so great, not the defense.
I agree with what Mike said, but I want to piggyback a little bit on what you said, Mike. Another thing that we're not realizing is y'all know what I talk about all the time is the defensive line. I feel like the defensive line didn't really get a lot of praise. Like LOB got all the praise, on their secondary, on their back end. They did all the talking and stuff like that. Richard Sherman, you had Earl Thomas back there getting interceptions and stuff like that. But nobody focused on how good that defensive line was. They had one of the best defensive lines as well. And right now, I don't think nobody can name anybody on Seattle's defensive line right now. Like, who's the dominant player up front for them? Back then, they had Cliff Averill, Bruce Irvin, Red Bryant. They had some guys up front that could get pressure with that front four. Now you don't have nobody on that front four that you got to worry about. Like, our defensive line, like Grady, is better than anybody they have on their team. Yeah,
that's what I mean. You got to have a running game.
No running game, no defensive line, no pressure. You sitting back in that soft zone, it's holes in that zone. And you only can cover for so long in that cover three. So it's getting exposed. It's getting exposed. So it's not just the Falcons, it's just not just Dan Quinn, but Pete Carroll as well. His feet need to be held to the fire as well. Just because they're winning games, we need to go in the depth and look at why they're winning games. They're winning a lot of these games because of Russell Wilson pulling a rabbit out of hat. Real talk. Yeah. Not because of their defense.
I agree.
Throwing a whole bunch of Jesus balls up in the air for DK to catch. Yeah, that's pretty much all he got.
Oh, that fake ass Julio. Yeah, I see it. Fake ass Julio. Ain't no goddamn Julio.
Oh, that was a good point too by Magnus. I forgot Michael Bennett. He said Michael Bennett also was on that defense.
Michael Bennett was on there too. Yeah,
Michael Bennett was a dog. I forgot about Michael Bennett. He was another guy that was a monster.
I used to nickname him. Nickname him the smallest shoulder pass in the NFL. Every time you seen that motherfucker, he looked like he struggled putting them shoulder pads on. That's why he played angry.
Like a tight ass t-shirt. That motherfucker.
Exactly. But I swear, it seemed like he got the kicker shoulder pads on. That's why he played angry so much. But when you saw him like I said, when you saw him on the field, you lined him at all four defensive line spots. Him and Red Bryant and all them boys. Like you said, you can compensate it. Cliff Averill, Bruce Irvin. You could compensate any defense with a dominant defensive line. Hands down.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, let's get to this one. This is something that I want to talk about also, man. Like this right here, man. This is why we pretty much built the channel for the most part. This is the reason why we built the channel. We talking about 4-year-old Olakun being left off the ballot, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, we like seriously. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. What?
All right. So this was gonna go into my well since NFL.com and all these motherfuckers want to goddamn leave 4-year-old Olakun off the motherfucking Pro Bowl route. Guess what y'all get today, motherfuckers? Y'all get the toast.
Get to him.
For that bullshit y'all just pulled up.
That one, come on, man. Come on, bro.
Oh, you
That's so disrespectful, man.
You talk about a guy that had almost 70 tackles, 3 forced fumbles, and interception, and making plays all over the field, and you got a motherfucking linebacker from the Jets we don't know on the goddamn ballot. Look, hold on.
I don't even know a lot of those people.
Bro, they got a bunch of backups. They got fucking Sharik over there from Target on the goddamn Pro Bowl list before they had Poirier. You don't get that bullshit out of here. I'm about to say, if y'all ain't seeing, if a lot of the Falcon fans don't see the disrespect that they give this team as far as the way that they're playing, that shows it right there. Because really,
that is. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, go ahead, J Rock.
Oh yeah, they never show respect to us. So it looks like, you know, as much as I don't even know what to say about that, because we never get respect after seeing that happen to Foy. Is like, damn. So it looks like we're gonna have to earn our respect out there on the field. We're gonna have to.
We never get credit, man. Y'all know how it is in Atlanta. I don't care if you know Matt Ryan don't get credit, and this guy been doing it for over a decade. Then you know they're not gonna give Foye no love.
Matt Ryan never gets credit. Like
Matt Ryan doesn't get no credit. None of the credit he deserves. Julio Jones. I talked about it. The media, not just even in Atlanta, the ESPN, the media. Like, I've never heard anybody say Julio Jones, give him the credit for being the number one receiver. It's always somebody else. Like, the name that's the common denominator that's been the number one receiver in the game is Julio Jones. He's always in the conversation, but they never want to hands down give it to Julio Jones. You had Jerry Rice come out and say Julio Jones is the best in the game. They still didn't want to give him credit. You had Larry Fitzgerald come out and say Julio Jones is clearly the best in the game. Then you got the pundits, the people that's doing the Madden ratings, talking about Michael Thomas. You see your boy D-Hop, the nice Hail Mary catch on Sunday. Now they're trying to pump him up. It's like Julio Jones made a catch like that in the Super Bowl. He still don't get the credit he deserves. Yeah. I know y'all remember that catch on the sideline, toe tapping. I'm watching the Super Bowl game, and I had to see the replay because I'm like, there's no way that Julio caught that ball and got his feet in bounds. They go back to it, and the guy's body control is crazy. The way that he runs routes, I don't know how many times I'm going to see on Sunday where he makes somebody fall. I know y'all see him made that cornerback fall on Sunday with his route running ability. So I'm just like, none of our players get the respect that they deserve. So if Julio and Matt Ryan can't get the respect, I didn't expect nothing else for Foye. Even though Foye's balling, they never like to give our guys credit. Even Grady Jarrett, he's another guy that's been dominated in the Super Bowl, and they're dominated on the biggest stages, and they still don't get the credit. Matt Ryan dominated. If you go look at his numbers in the Super Bowl, he dominated. His passer rating was crazy. Dominated in the 90s.
He played better than Brady that game, honestly.
Exactly.
He played way better than Brady. Way better. Way better than Brady. But yeah, we don't never get respect. Like, Julio done called many passes other than just the Super Bowl. He called many passes like that throughout his whole career. Dropped 300 burger on Carolina all the freaking time. Nothing.
I ain't even got enough fingers to even put up three numbers. I'm trying to hold. Come on,
hey,
300, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Mike. Here, hey, this is what your number one Falcon fan said right here. What you guys say to him about that?
Oh God.
That's Mike's number one fan right there. He says, y'all demand respect with nothing to show.
Man.
Hey, look, you already know what I'm gonna say. Don't respond to nobody. They ain't got no damn picture.
Oh, hell no.
He got an egg picture.
Man, if you look, he got the last. You are the last. The Saints fans are the last people to be talking about anybody ain't got nothing to show in that shit bowl and that shitty ass city that y'all got. The shitty ass state, the shitty city, the shitty fucking stadium, the shitty ass fans. Y'all fake as hell. You got 49er fans, you got San Francisco fans, you got Packers fans, you got Saint fans, all in one damn city. Y'all the last people to talk about any damn thing.
He's a Saints fan?
And that fake ass fan. Yes, he's a damn Saints fan.
He's a Saints fan. He'll never say why his team does. Why? He don't give specifics. He just pretty much a troll our team.
Look. All I gotta say to those Saints fans, all I gotta say is y'all only got one thing to say about our team.
Hold on. We blow leads. Y'all had a lead with 10 seconds. How the hell do you lose a game in 10 seconds? On one play.
28-3. At least we had the motherfucker alone in 10 seconds. Y'all had to lead the whole game and blew this shit in 10 seconds. All y'all had to do was bat the ball down and you would have won the damn game. In a playoff game.
Hey,
10 seconds. You couldn't even do that. He couldn't even touch the guy. He didn't even touch him. At least we touched the damn ball. At least we touched somebody. They didn't even touch the guy.
Hey, you can also talk about the fact that every playoff loss they had, they wrote the NFL a petition on to change the rules after every playoff loss.
Man, come on, man. That's
terrible. I feel like
oh my God.
I feel like they only got one thing to say that we do. Obviously, blow leads, but they can't even win a goddamn playoff game. When was the last time they won a damn playoff game? Can y'all tell me that? When was the won a playoff game?
Cause I remember, cause like I said, we just talked about beast mode. Remember, beast mode was born off of their ass.
Exactly. That was when he was like unleashed.
The earthquake.
That was right after they won the Super Bowl, right? That like scarred them for life.
Cause he said they didn't cry about it. Hell, like I said, they wrote a whole petition and they motherfucker put a whole billboard down here in the city of Atlanta all time talk about pass interference and all that shit. But like I said, in that pass interference game, you have to remember they got the ball first in overtime and threw a pick. So and another chance
Sean
to do
Payton got that rule. Sean Payton complained, and Sean Payton did that. So don't even try that. The league did it. No, Sean Payton is a part of the competition committee that gets rules changed. Okay, even know your own team. How the hell I know more about your team than you know? Sean Payton is a part of it. The competition committee. All right, the rules committee. He got it changed. So get it right, buddy.
Don't forget about that bounty gate. Y'all still owe the league for that bounty gate. Y'all still owing y'all dues. That's why this is happening to y'all.
Exactly. He said, how you gonna tease someone about leaves when y'all ain't made it? I don't know what the hell game he looking at. He must be looking at that Tecmo Super Bowl game or something. But like I said, he's Mike's number one loyal fan, and he's a closet Falcon fan. So we just gonna leave it at that. He just don't want to admit it. But let's see what we got here. See, you made us get off a damn subject. What the hell was he talking about again?
Before you end the disrespect, man, the disrespect.
Yeah, the Falcon disrespect the whole team. They don't respect us, man.
But like I said, that works into our favor though. The less respect we get, that's more the more they got to prove. And have you noticed since they started winning, you notice none of the networks talk about them no more. They talk about it when they lose.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so that makes us furious. I'm sure it makes everybody furious. Like as a whole, like they ain't not showing us respect, even though we look like we could possibly turn this season around and actually make the playoffs. Like they probably, I don't know how it's gonna go, but if we end up turning this thing around, possibly they got to notice us because that would be a huge turnaround. Having to have a coach fired and then getting like a whole new like leader, almost like an interim, of course. So that's different.
If we do this, man, it'd be like turning water into wine. If we can come back and make the playoffs with this team, dog, hey, everybody gonna have to talk about that. That's a real storybook ending. If we can turn this whole thing around, get in the playoffs and make a deep run, because I'll tell you one thing, if this Falcons team get into the playoffs, nobody want to see us in the playoffs. So that means that we're gonna be rolling. That means we'll have to win probably 6 out of the next 7 games. So if y'all remember 2016, that's kind of how it happened. Like 2016 started off rocky, but then we got on the roll. Like we got on the roll, and once we got on that roll, that carpet ride, nobody wanted to see us. Like we started blowing everybody out the water. And in the playoffs, that's when we shredded the Seahawks. We ran through the Packers that last game. That's when Brian Poole knocked Aaron Rodgers' head off. And then in the playoffs, to be honest, we was running through the Patriots in that first half. I mean, they were putting Brady on his butt. We pretty much dominated that Super Bowl. So if we can get on the run,
Big goop.
yeah, man, we can get on. If we can get on the run, hey, I don't think nobody's gonna want to see this team because we're one of those teams that we can beat anybody in the league and we can lose to anybody in the league. We proved that last year when we went to San Francisco when they was like 12-3 at the time and beat them on their home field. So we can beat anybody. That's why I said that nobody wants to see us. Let's be real. Nobody wants to see this team. With Matt Ryan and Julio, you got a chance every week.
Especially if we're all healthy too.
Exactly.
Always a healthy team. But I got a question for everybody though. Do you think if we do make this big turnaround and go deep in the playoffs, do you think that would erase everything that happened in the Super Bowl? Of course, we don't forget that, but like having this type of season happen the way it's going right now, and then for us to actually go into the playoffs and probably win, I don't know, like 1 or 2 playoff games. Do y'all think that's really going to like erase like everybody in the media's mind? Like, oh man, like yeah, they did fall in that Super Bowl, but look how their season changed this season. Y'all think how do y'all think?
I don't think that's in the perception of the media. What I think will erase that Super Bowl is going to the Super Bowl and winning it. That's the only thing that can take away, because the way that Super Bowl, the way that we lost that Super Bowl, the only way coming back from that is redeeming yourself in the Super Bowl. It's going to take getting over that. And I really feel like the players, to be honest, mentally, they're over it. Dan Quinn is gone. The core unit, if you look at it, on the defensive side of the ball is gone. Like, it's no Desmond Trufant here. It's no Robert Alford here. So that secondary is pretty much completely different. The only players that's still here from that Super Bowl team, you got Deion Jones, but you don't have Devondre Campbell anymore. You don't have Vic Beasley anymore. You don't have Dwight Freeney. So a lot of these players, it's pretty much a whole new defensive unit. Yeah, you have some of the leaders that were on that team, which at that time were actually pups. If you remember, all of those guys were rookies. Deion Jones was a rookie. Grady Jarrett was a rookie. So going back to the Super Bowl, to be honest, I think these players would do better in the Super Bowl now because those guys that back then were rookies are now leaders and now veterans. And I think now they know what they need to do differently. And now that Dan Quinn is gone and Kyle Shanahan is gone, because if those guys were still here, I'd be scared. I probably wouldn't even want to watch the game. I'd be that afraid that we would do the same thing over again. Because what did Dan Quinn prove this year? I'm going to do the same thing over and over again. What did Kyle Shanahan prove last year when he got back to the Super Bowl? He did the exact same thing that he did when he was here in Atlanta. So I'm glad both of those guys are going, because if we went back with those guys still on this coaching staff, I wouldn't be confident, because those guys get arrogant. Those guys have those big egos. And Raheem Morris has proven that he's going to change things up. He's going to start the blitz. I'm not going to just sit back in a cover 3. I'm not going to make the same mistakes that Dan Quinn made. And that's the reason why if we go on a long run and make the playoffs, I really think that we need to give Raheem Morris a chance to be the head coach, like the permanent head coach. Because that means he would have had turned the season around and went something crazy. Out of the 11 games, to only lose 2 or 3 games is huge. But what you guys think?
I personally don't mind Raheem Morris being the coach, because a lot of you people, if you don't know, yeah, he did have his ways with the Bucks and it didn't end well. But I believe that first year he got there with the Bucks, they had a good record, and he was running the defensive coordinator while running the head coach, so almost doing like what Dan Quinn did. And I think once he like relieved his duties, I don't know who he relieved his duties to, and just focused on the head coach, that's when the Bucks started to go down. Mm-hmm. I think he was out of there within like 3 or 4 seasons. So like I know you can tell, like having Raheem Morris now, he's impacting the players, like he's pressuring them. Like you heard it from the players, like he's giving us like a different type of vibe from Quinn. So like I wouldn't personally mind having Raheem Morris our permanent going forward, because like I said, he has head coaching ability. He's done well with the defense. Like I said, the only thing I'm kind of taking away from him was, of course, his seasons with the Bucks. But I think that's his only head coaching job, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah,
Right.
prior to this, that was his only head coaching job. And I agree with you, J-Rock, and I'm going to let Mike take it because I know he was about to say something. But what I would just say is if he gets this team to the playoffs, he earned that head coaching spot. He earned his chance to at least get 1 to 2 years to try to, do something with his team. And I'm like Mike, I'm still in the wait and see mode. You can't just win 2 or 3 games and I'm like, okay, I'm good with it. Now he has to go down and we have a tough stretch down the end of this season. So if he can somehow lead this team through this tough stretch with the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Chargers, the Saints twice, the Bucks twice, if he can get this team to the playoffs through that type of schedule, hey, he deserves it. He earned the chance to be the head coach. But if we stumble down the end, we go and start going back on a losing streak, and somehow we go on a huge slide, lose 3 or 4 games in a row, he got to go.
I'm gonna say this. I'm all cool with this, the African American trying to get a lot of black coaches, in power positions and big plays, and big spots as far as head coaches is concerned. There's not enough, but more so than that, I think is really. I don't give a damn about winning 3 games in a row. Like even the sorry ass, Washington football team, them bastards can win fucking 3 games in a row. So I don't really care about winning 3 games in a row. I care more so about the style and what I'm seeing from the defense. Stop, man! Don't do it.
That just sounds so funny. It's just the Washington football team.
Washington football team.
It sounds like a generic ass football team.
It sounds like a maker team for men. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
It sounds like
a
a
team,
cereal box you find at the bottom of the barrel, like the no frills.
Like I can't pick a logo, so I'm gonna just put a big ass W and just call it football team.
And hoping we get those this season.
No frills, brother. No frills.
Exactly. And I like this comment right here. It said, I don't care about the race or gender. I just want the most qualified person. I feel like Raheem can do something with this team. He's different.
I mean, that's easy to say. That's easy to say when all you've seen was white people. Like I said, this might sound crazy, but all you've seen is a certain style of football or a certain style, of play. You get used to that certain style of play. So it's like, okay, well, what are we really going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the defense is concerned, like I said, I understand, like what people are saying. I don't care about who comes in. There hasn't been a lot of opportunities for African American coaches in the NFL as far as power positions. That's what I mean by power positions: general managers, head coaches, team presidents. You don't see it. I don't think there is a black, as far as African American, like even the guy who's quote unquote mixed. I think the only one that I remember, if I'm not correct, is Ozzie Newsome. Like he's the only one that has had a true, position as a team president, and that's Baltimore. He's been a team president, he's been a general manager, and he was once a Hall of Fame player. So it's like he's the only one that I remember that has been there. So if there's only one, I mean, that sounds all good and all, but I mean, we want like even what is Asian Americans, like Asian football players are saying the same thing. Like, why y'all not giving us a shot? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants someone that looks like them, that acts like them, behaves like them. Everybody wants someone to connect to. So to say whether or not, like, I don't care about, who this person is, that's fine. And you're absolutely correct. But someone needs, and like, we have to have someone that looks like you, whether you're Asian, white, black, it doesn't matter. Everybody needs that opportunity to at least have the hope of becoming a head coach. Like, have we ever seen an Asian American Asian football coach, like a head coach? We've never seen that. diversity. We need diversity, and that's what it comes down to. That's like I said, it's all cool and all. That's the right thing to say when it comes down to, you know what I'm saying? I don't care who. Like that's politically correct. I'm tired of politically correct. We need diversity. We need to see more Hispanic. We need to see more Asians. We need to see more African Americans in these power positions. That's what it comes down to. Like I said, I'm not just dumbing it down to just, I want to see black people. No, I want to see, like I said, I want to see all race and genders, man, because honestly, I'm just going to say this too. I want to see more females in these power positions. I know some females that know more football than half of you motherfuckers in this chat right now. I'm going to be real. I'm just going to be real.
It's just going to pop up like that.
I'm just saying, bro. Let's keep it 100. I know female that know more football than even myself. We need diversity.
I had to show my face on that. Representing for the
what
women.
You guys got, man?
I was about to say, if anybody was wondering, the other guy in the chat and the thing, we got Mr. Madness down here.
Yeah.
Agnes.
Don't say what's up.
Introduce yourself, where you're from, because this man is watching and paying for us and everything just to watch the Falcons. I don't heard his life story out, and it's just like, man, we got some loyal, diehard Falcons fans, and this one of them.
From New York City, all the way up north. And I'm sitting here paying every week to watch the Atlanta Falcons. No, we don't get it on Fox 5. We don't get it on nothing like that. No, up here is like you either pay for it on DirecTV or you just see it on ESPN. And I'll be damned if I'm going to sit there and watch it on the C block on ESPN. So no, I ain't doing that. Plus, I had to sit there and take a little bit of time out of my day because I had to catch that hot tag. I see the Saints fans is up in here right now, and I ain't letting y'all go out like that.
That's my
it's really just one. It's one of Maggie's groupies.
You don't set my. It don't put me all out there.
Well, hey, you went out there and showed your face. Now it's gonna be a problem.
Exactly. It ain't gonna be nothing but Mark 505 going down the chat the whole way.
Yeah, he's the only Saints fan on here. He loves us.
Always in there trolling. That's all right. Well, in this case, like, share, and subscribe and comment.
There you go.
All week.
Exactly.
All week.
Exactly. That Falcon Nation don't go nowhere.
Every day, get that alert. Click that subscribe and that bell icon to get all the notifications. We here all week, every day.
I'm gonna get this man to record our promo. I just love the voice. I'm just gonna say that. Get him to record. But you hit that record.
This dude sound like Too Cold Scorpio and shit.
Oh man. Nah, y'all bugging. I'm trying to.
hey, you fam, bro. So we gotta do it. We rag on each other all the time.
Listen, I'm just trying to be a part of the family right now, But like I said, I ain't letting y'all go out like that. I seen all this this crazy stupid shit in the comment. No. So now that I'm here, bring it on. Like, where the comments at?
Exactly. Where the questions? Where the comments?
We need questions.
I'm coming out here looking like Ultimate Warrior right now, man. I'm running out from the back like Ultimate Warrior. What's up?
I want to see what y'all predictions are in the audience. Go ahead and let us know what it's gonna be, who's gonna be the top players and everything. I want to hear y'all opinions. Let's highlight some of that. What y'all think? What is going to be the score?
Shit. I don't think anybody really gonna put a score on this game because it's gonna be kind of tough to really do it.
True.
But all I say is I just want to hear some click clacking going on out there, and I need Neil to be the one to initiate it.
That's my key. I'm gonna say Keanu Neal will knock somebody out. That's my prediction right there. He'll knock somebody out.
Let him knock out slant 13. Let him knock out slant 13 because he only good for one route.
Hey, you already said I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Hey, I'm not even worried about him. He don't even look 100% still.
You know the crazy thing? I'm not even worried about Michael Thomas. I'm not even worried about Alvin Kamara, to be honest with you.
Really?
One player, no. The one player that I worry about is Jared Cook. Because me and Mike, we done watched a lot of the footage on them. Jared Cook, a lot of his routes clear out that slant route that Michael Thomas runs, that curl route that he runs. And like I said, usually the big catches come from him.
Would y'all still worry about him, even with the quarterback change? Would y'all still worry about him?
No, because Mr. Slant, hell no. Because Jameis Winston can't throw over the middle like that. He takes too many chances over the middle.
30 vision, he gonna end up seeing a Falcon and thinking it's a Saint and throwing it right at us.
You're gonna be throwing 30. Be ready.
Wait, he say he gonna have that week 17 PTSD.
Debo.
But I think they're gonna start Jameis, but I think they're gonna play Taysom Hill a lot more. So you're gonna see.
I think they're gonna mix it. They're gonna have to.
I mean, you paid the guy damn near $25 million to back up, so shit, you better put him on the field.
Yeah, I think the score is gonna be really close. But all I gotta say, and I hope that we do, is just take the points. Stop being greedy. Take the points. That's it. I understand, yeah, we got to be aggressive, but take the points. That's how we lost against Detroit. We didn't take the points. We would be technically talking about being 4-0 with, Raheem Morris, but, shit happens, but take the points. That's, you're there.
It's not even like who is not even making the kicks. Like, the dude is automatic pretty much, Like, he's been really consistent this whole year. What's really concerning to me is like the gadget plays that I know Sean Payton got at least like a couple of them where we may blitz heavy on one side and there's an end around for like 40, 50 yards and whatnot. I think.
That definitely sound like something that he'll do. They go like y'all said earlier. They gonna run some trick play one way or another.
Definitely, they always do. I just hope our offensive line holds up. That's going to be another key factor too. But I who is it? McGarry and then Lindstrom. I think Lindstrom is probably the rebound player of the year because he's played phenomenal this whole season. Phenomenal after the injury he had last year. So kudos to him. Him and McGarry got this, chemistry holding it down on the right side. I like it. They both rookies came in at the same time. They feed off each other and they doing work. I believe last year when we played the Saints, when we went up in their house, I hardly even seen Cameron Jordan come in once because McGarry over there, doing what he needed to do.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think the offensive line has played pretty well this season, but I talked about it last year. Like, everybody know on the offensive line, it's all about continuity. It's all about those guys getting used to 5 guys moving as one. So, last year with Lindstrom going down with that injury early in the season, breaking his foot, I believe it was, against the Vikings in that first game, we had a revolving door. We all know how terrible boy Jamon Brown is. We've seen his footage playing with the Philadelphia Eagles, sacking his own quarterback. So we know how terrible he was playing that guard position and us having that revolving door at that position. So I really think that the offensive line is playing well. In this game, Dirk Cutter just got to be smart. Like you said, take the points when they're there. No long, drawn-out plays. Like, don't try to – because they're going to blitz. That's all the Saints can do because they can't cover. They can't cover our receivers. Like, we know they can't cover Russell Gage. They can't cover Julio. They can't even probably cover Alameda because we see Alameda, he has that speed, man. He can run past pretty much anybody. So they can't cover us, so they're going to have to blitz. And the way that you beat the blitz is with the quick pass. Hayden Hurst and your quick dump offs to your running back. That's the way that you beat the blitz. Not Matt Ryan trying to hold on to the ball and trying to create in the backfield, running for his life. We have to protect, and we have to quick 3-step drops. And when they bring that blitz, dump it off and throw that screen pass, and you off to the races.
Yeah, I'm gonna back you up on that one. The Saints defense, yeah, they can't lock up with our receivers. It's just too many weapons, you know. And a lot of people like Russell Gage, Zacchaeus, and all those people, they still developing, they getting good. And you know, when the Saints give up uh big plays, they give up a lot of big plays. Like when it's a big play, it's a big play they give up. So if we can knock down those big plays, and you know, they real penalty heavy too back there, especially with those big physical corners like Marshawn and what's my guy name? Jenkins.
Yeah, since they stopped letting them hold shit, that defense ain't been shit since.
Yeah.
Remember the first couple years, they let them get away with a whole bunch of holding calls that they didn't call.
Yeah.
Once they started complaining to the NFL about all them rule changes, they said them holding calls ain't gonna hold up no more.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But I see we got a little topic here. I know Mike specifically wanted to talk about your top 5 defensive ends of all time. I don't know who want to go ahead and start it off, but the floor is yours.
Hey, it doesn't, like I said before, man. You can give out 5, but I want to give. You can give 3, but if you have 5, you can give out 5. But I'm gonna just say this right off rip, man. I don't know if you guys have ever seen even the highlights. Like I'm just gonna call him a pass rusher. But like this guy is obviously the greatest of all time. I don't think there's anybody better than your boy LT, man. LT was an absolute. That dude was a nightmare. Like his mentality, to get after the quarterback, his ability. He was physical. He was fast. He could tackle. He could cover. Like this dude could do it all. So my number one of all time, like not defense. Like he was a defensive end in a lot of situations, but they're playing a 3-4. So you can kind of say he's both. But I got to go with LT first. And the second one for me, man, I got to give Dwight Freeney his credit. Dwight Freeney doesn't get a lot of credit because of the team that he played for with Indianapolis. Like this dude, it seemed like every year, this dude was putting up 10, 15 sacks. And he was doing it consistently, getting after it. And then when he came here, man, played with the Atlanta Falcons 16, man, we kind of saw him at the latter part of his career, but he was still putting up numbers. I think he had like 8 sacks that year. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude did this in the latter part of his career. So my second one is Dwight Freeney, and the third one, it's kind of a little bit unorthodox, but I got to give Michael Strahan his credit. Michael Strahan was not like, he wasn't super athletic. He didn't have a lot of speed, but this dude, for somehow, some way, every year he could end up with 10 to 12 sacks every single year. And that's what I say with a lot of people. It's like they look at all this, he run a 4.3, he can jump. He got this type of, a 50 inch vertical and all that type of stuff. Michael Strahan, there wasn't nothing special about this dude. Nothing special about him. But every year, this dude got 10, 15 sacks. Every year, he got 10, 15 sacks. So that's my top 3, man. I'm going to just go with 3 and pass it on to the next.
Y'all want to go? Y'all want me to go?
All right, Drew, you go ahead and take it.
Okay. So Mike said one that I was going to go with. I'm going to go from my generation in like the early 2000s because that's when I was like a teenager and I really started to break down the game. I would have went with Lawrence Taylor, but I was really young when Lawrence Taylor was actually dominating the league. So I'm going to start off with Dwight Freeney with the Indianapolis Colts. Like he said, everywhere he went, he put up numbers. Even later on in his career after the Falcons, he went on to play for the Arizona Cardinals, and he still was still balling. So that guy with those pass rush moves, that spin move, he actually had a patent move, that spin move that he would do, and he was an undersized defensive end, and he would put up numbers. He was just a beast. You couldn't block him. He could use power. He could use his hands. He could spin. He had so many different moves. He kept you off balance. And I think that's what made him a great pass rusher. Number 2, I was gonna say Michael Strahan too, but I'm gonna go a little bit different since he said Michael Strahan. I'm gonna go with Von Miller. Von Miller is another one of those guys.
Oh.
He dominated. In that year, a lot of people don't realize Peyton Manning was on his last leg, and Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware with the Broncos, those guys were wreaking havoc on the league. Like Von Miller winning that MVP, got that huge contract. He's one of those guys coming in out of Texas A&M. A lot of guys didn't see, him being a dominant pass rusher because he's another guy that's not the biggest guy. He's more like an outside linebacker, but he's athletic. And he knows how to use moves. He don't just use speed rush every play. He's a guy that uses speed to power to speed, uses his hands, could do that spin move. He's kind of like the modern day Dwight Freeney. So he's another guy that's been dominant in the league in the 2000s. And then my last one, man, there's a lot of different guys that we can go with here. I'm trying to think because Mike said a lot of good ones. I'll say Jared Allen because to me he's a guy that was kind of like what Mike was talking about. Jared Allen was one of those guys that wasn't super athletic.
Ooh, that's
when he was in Minnesota, he was a guy that he was a dog, man. He wasn't a guy that had a ton of athleticism, but he had effort. Like you could not, his motor never stopped. And he was a guy that actually got Ray Edwards paid by the Atlanta Falcons because he was on the other side just eating. And he went on to play with the Panthers. Yeah. Man, he was one of those guys. He was eating, dog. He was eating. He was one of them country boys. And he was a dog, man. He just had a motor. He kind of was like a John Comiskey, long, tall, country strong, and you couldn't stop him. Like he was just one of those guys. His motor never stopped, and he was one of those guys in Minnesota that wreaked havoc on the league. So I think he's kind of like that modern day, that Michael Strahan. That when you looked at him, he wasn't super athletic, but he was dominant in his time in the league. So that'll be my three.
All right, I'll go next. I'm gonna go with 5. But the way that I'm going to do it, I'm going to give you 3 of my modern, and I'm going to give you some 2 old school ones that I seen. But I'm going to start with my 3 moderns. I don't see how y'all could have left Julius Peppers off this list.
That was going to be mine.
Julius Peppers, yeah, he bitched.
Julius Peppers. Oh my goodness. You talking about athletic freak. This is what Zion Williamson should have been doing now. Because you talk about a guy that was an athletic freak, like Lawrence Taylor was an athletic freak at his time. This guy Julius Peppers was an athletic freak because he could run stop with the best of them, and he pass rush like a motherfucker, and he used to give us problems. My second one is kind of another athletic freak that I was a bit fan of, and that was Javon Curse.
Oh, yeah.
Javon Curse. I used to love his game because, like I said, he could speed rush with the best of them, but he was so powerful. It was like, wow. He just stood off the screen. And like I said, third one. Damn, that one would be kind of tough on that third one. I'm gonna go with my 2 old school ones though before I get to that third one. Like I said, since I use LT, I'm not gonna use that one. I'm gonna say Deacon Jones because he put terror in everybody. From
old school.
From the clips that I saw, bruh, you needed to pray on God that you wasn't blocking against him. Jesus couldn't save you on that one. And you have to think about it, when Deacon Jones played, sacks wasn't even a stat. So no telling how many sacks he actually really had if they counted it from the beginning of his career. And by another old school one, I gotta put Reggie White up there. He'll pray for you before the game, but during that game, boy, the demons came out of his the demons came out his ass, boy, and it was like you couldn't stop it. And I'm gonna go one more, and it's kind of a new school one. And like I said, you kind of use Dwight Freeney on that. I would definitely have to go with Terrell Suggs.
Okay.
T-Sizzle.
That's a good one.
I was gonna throw Elvis Doomer. I was gonna throw Elvis Doomerville in it because you talking about undersized. This motherfucker was super undersized, but
Very undersized.
I had to put T Sizzle in there. And what more do I need to say? He had the best Sunday night introduction intros. You know, T Sizzle for Ball Hard University, and he go out there and he knock your block off.
Yeah, I agree. So here's my list. This is when I first actually started paying attention to football as I got older. A lot more football, a lot more. Jason Taylor from Miami Dolphins. Ooh. Man. He was about 6'6". That man, that man was frightening. He was frightening. I want to say like early 2000s, like I think it was 2000 or 2002. But that man racked up like 19 sacks. He was just a monster. Like it was like him. It was just crazy. Jason Taylor was just that guy for his size and that frame. Super good. Another one I would suggest is DeMarcus Ware. Don't forget about DeMarcus Ware. Like, yeah, that was another one that was really good. Played for the Cowboys for a very, very long time, and then took his talents to Denver, and then made him and Vaughn a duo. That was a sick duo. You wouldn't want. How does a team defend both DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller at the same time? Like that's scary. Like, nah, man. Another one that's a really good sleeper. He was also a Colt. He was on the opposite side of Dwight Freeney. Robert
I know where he going with this. I know where I knew it was coming.
Robert Mathis, man.
I knew it was coming.
That man right there put up almost 20 sacks, I want to say, about in 2013. That was another sleeper as well. I do got one old school one. I wasn't born, but I was like hearing like all like my cousins, my uncles talking about this guy. But Ed Too Tall Jones, bro, what?
I seen him highlights. I seen him highlights.
Wait, 6'8", 6'9"?
Yeah.
What are y'all feeding that man?
You don't get a name like Too Tall for nothing.
Like, bro, what? Like, he just sticks his hand. All he got to do is just stick his hands up. That's it. And he bat the ball down. That's scary. 6'9"? How do you guard that? But that was a name that was like super, super crazy. I was hearing like Ed Too Tall Jones. I'm like, okay, this guy got to be like 7 foot, but damn near. But that's scary, man. I want to throw out one more that none of us said. Bruce Smith. I heard a lot about Bruce Smith, definitely from Buffalo.
Oh my God, man.
Oh yeah, he was a terror.
Yeah, that was a good one too. I'm trying to think. Joe Green, that's another one. That's another good one. Joe Green for all the oldies. Joe Green.
Joe Green.
Howie Long. We see him all the time. He was good.
Yeah, the Oakland Raiders. Howie Long.
Yeah.
Oh my!
We can go all day with names.
Like I said, look, man. It was so many pass rushers. It's like even from the 2000s on now, it was so many pass rushers.
We gotta throw an honorable mention in there, KStylz. I don't mean to cut you off, but we Atlanta fans, so we gotta throw John Abraham in there. John Abraham
definitely.
John Abraham was a baller. When he came over from the Jets, to me, he's my favorite all-time Atlanta Falcons pass rusher. I'm sorry, Jonathan Abraham. I used to call him Father Abraham. like out of the Bible. John Abraham, man, he was that dude. He couldn't be blocked. He had all the moves. He was that dude. He the guy that they need to bring back and teach these guys how to pass rush. John Abraham was that man.
I love when he do that.
Yeah, because the people don't forget, man. He was even more of a terror with the Jets.
He was a monster.
He was a terror with the Jets, and we got that. I'm mad I ain't even put him in there. But like I said, you got to throw at least 2 honorable mentions in there. So, Jew, what's your other one? You gotta get one more in there. Cause I got myself.
Look, man, I want to go with another Falcon because we're Falcons fans. So I got to go with another Falcon. And I'm going to give it to the boy Chuck Smith because when those guys in 98, 97, they said they had a bad year. And then they later on in the year, they picked it up. In 98, that defense was dominant. Like for them to go and beat that Minnesota team, that was an all-time great Minnesota team. Chris Carter, Randy Moss. Like to beat that team, nobody's seen them going to Minnesota on the road and getting that victory. So I want to throw Chuck Smith in there, man, because Chuck Smith is one of the greatest Falcon pass rushers, and he's one of those guys that had moves as well. So we got to throw Chuck Smith in there. And as an Atlanta Falcon fan, our players don't get the respect they deserve. So I want y'all to put some respect on his name, Chuck Smith.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, you got a couple honorable mentions yourself, man.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I think we cover.
Yeah, I'll say this. I think this guy deserves a lot of credit, and I don't think he gets any credit, to be honest. This might sound crazy me even saying this, but like if you go back and check out this guy, played for Pittsburgh, played for the Carolina Panthers, but
Kevin Green.
I think Kevin Green, man. Kevin Green was a monster, man. Like that when he was healthy. Man, that dude, every time I turn around, he's hitting our quarterback. He's in the backfield. Like this dude was an absolute monster. Kevin Green was something else. That long hair, just like, bro, like, will somebody block this dude? Get this dude off of my freaking quarterback. Like this dude was a monster. So Kevin Green and him and what was the black dude? It was a duo. What his name? I forget his name, but it was a duo, man. And those dude was something else. Come to me, but that him and Kevin Green together, man. I believe it was that.
Was it Carolina?
I'll get it, but Carolina. It was a duo. Him and no, it wasn't Sammy. It was another outside linebacker for Pittsburgh. But it'll come to me. But Kevin Green, man, that dude was just. I always loved Kevin Green, his game, man.
Damn. See, y'all don't
Pittsburgh. I think I know who you're talking about. I just can't think right now.
I'm trying to get it there, but it's not there. That's a tough one.
It'll come. It'll come to me. Oh man.
Y'all pretty much mention my damn honorable mentions over there, too. But like I said, somebody put in the comment. Like I said, one of them is
I think that's it. I think he said it.
Well, Jack Ham?
Jack. What Jack? No, Jack Ham.
No, it wasn't him. It was
Levon Kirkland. I know he played middle.
No, he played middle. He played the middle linebacker, but
somebody said Greg Lloyd. Mike
Greg Lloyd. That's it. Greg Lloyd. That's it. Greg Lloyd. Him and Kevin Green together. My God, those dudes was wrecking crap. Like, just go back and check them out, man. Greg kind of had some injuries for the most part that kind of derailed his career towards the end, but that dude was a problem. Him and Kevin Green, you did not want to see them guys on Sunday. So that's it, man. We can get to this 2-point real fast, and yeah, man. Who you want to start this?
I was about to say before I started off, I was gonna throw one more name in there right quick, and I was gonna say LeVar Arrington.
LeVar Arrington, that's another one too. Mm-hmm.
But I'll go ahead and start the 2-point conversion. Like I said, I want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning in tonight.
Hold on. Wave a flag on the fucking field.
What?
How can we? Oh my God! How can we forget the damn great Derek Thomas, bruh?
Oh God! Oh God!
I feel embarrassed for even not mentioning him. How can
we're gonna throw the tip?
Oh man, we all need a flag for that one.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's too many of them, man.
Bro,
too many greats.
It's so many of them.
Too many of them, man. It's too many.
It's like if you don't have a list written down of all of them, you'll forget one.
Because there's quite a few of them in that same in like different eras. Like it was a clutter of them. Like it wasn't just like one or two or three. It was like a group of them in different eras. It's broken down literally. So it's not really hard to think. It's just like it's so many.
Chris Dolman is another one that didn't get a lot of respect, man. And Chris Dolman was, he played for us, man. That in Minnesota, like that dude was a problem too. So it's a lot of pass rushers out there, man. We're going to continue to keep putting out there. KStylz, did you say you did say didn't you?
Yeah, I said mine. I said JJ Watt and I said LeVar Arrington.
JJ Watt. Yeah. Oh man, good God, that's a lot of them.
Simeon Rice. We ain't say Simeon Rice neither.
We say Simeon Rice.
Oh my God, Simeon Rice.
We didn't say Justin Smith. We didn't like.
Y'all fired.
Oh man.
Y'all fired.
It's a lot of them.
Tell her ass she can do the heavy hitters by her damn self. Then if we all fired. But go ahead, continue, man. But we might need to have another show just talking about that.
We don't have just about the top. Yeah, we don't have to have just on the top, man. But good gosh, just top defenders is top players of all time, man. We're gonna put that together. As a matter of fact, we're just gonna put that together because we can keep going on that topic on itself. So you guys want to hit this 2-point conversion real fast, man. Anybody got something they want to say, get off their chest?
I about to say we let J-Rock go first, man. What you got?
I don't think I have anything right now, man. Like I said, I do appreciate y'all letting me tap in with y'all. As always, I'm happy to be part of the family now with y'all. Yeah, man, that's all I got to say. I don't got much to say.
Oh man, hey, go ahead, Jew.
Y'all know I got something to say, especially because it's rivalry week. Before I say that, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank y'all for welcoming J-Rock to the family, the AFN family. Y'all continue to tune in. Y'all continue to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to everybody that's up here, KStylz, Maggie T, and Lust Exchange. Maggie coming here weak.
I'm just here, y'all. Don't worry about me. If I pop up, I just pop up.
Well, her drive-by shit talking.
She here like Marshawn Lynch. She just here so she don't get fined, y'all. But
I like that.
But y'all know I gotta say it's rivalry week, so we gotta come with it. I don't care about winning any other game but beating the Saints. Every year we gotta beat the Saints twice a year. This is the hated rival. I can't stand them. They brag, they boast like they got 5 Super Bowls when we all know they got 1. We all know maybe a couple decades ago they were wearing bags on their head. Nobody was going to the games. They had pretty much no fans in their own city. I don't want to come and trash and talk too much trash about them, but they're the hated rival. So we got to win this game. If the Falcons don't win another game this season, let's at least beat the Saints twice. I can't stand them. I can't stand their coaches. Sean Payton, he's super arrogant. Drew Brees, super arrogant. I wish Drew Brees nothing but the best, Mike made this whole video talking about we have to be the bigger fans. Let's not talk about Drew Brees and injury. We don't want to see anybody get hurt. This man has a punctured lung and broken ribs, and that could be life-threatening. So I wish him nothing but a speedy recovery, but I do want us to go and whoop their tails on Sunday. I need Keanu Neal, bring the pain. I need him to knock somebody out in this game. From the defense, I need us to play with some consistency. As KStylz said, we can't really call it a winning streak until we win 3 in a row. So we need this game this Sunday. We need to go down to New Orleans. I'm coming to tell y'all, they're not going to lay down this Sunday because we know what happened last year when we came off the bye and we went and smacked New Orleans in New Orleans. So they're going to be prepared for this game. They're not going to lay down for us. It's going to be a tooth and nail fight because they don't want us to be able to beat them, can say we beat them 2 years in a row in their house. So we got to come with it this Sunday. I'm looking for all hands on deck. Like we said, smart coaching. I need the players to bring that 110%. Hopefully, we get our boy Dante Fowler back. I've been making videos talking about this guy on pretty much every video. Y'all know I love me some Dante Fowler. I need that attitude on the field. So hopefully he's out there on Sunday. And hopefully we can get Jameis to turn over the ball. We know Jameis is known for being Mr. 30 for 30. So hopefully he throw us at least 2 or 3 interceptions in this game, and our defense can get right in this game. And I expect Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley to throw a party as they always do. And that's pretty much all I got. But go Falcons, rise up, all that. KStylz, man, what y'all got?
I'm going to piggyback off of Jew and say, like I said, we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Like I said, you make sure you go follow everybody's handles. I ain't got enough words, so you see their face, so you know where to go. And like I said, remember, Atlanta Falcons Nation is not just us on this screen. It's not just ATL and Sports Zone. Make sure you catch them tomorrow at 8 o'clock, followed by Lush Exchange at 9.
But make sure y'all tuning in at.
Oh, you know I'm in there.
If y'all got girls, y'all make sure y'all watch Lush Exchange with your girl.
Yeah.
And women.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You might start some shit, bro.
Hide your children, though. It's definitely a show. So hide your children if you're gonna watch that tomorrow night.
Yeah, like I said, 18 and over, motherfuckers. 18 and over.
Please.
But remember, Atlanta Falcon Nation is not just the people that you see on this screen. It's all of you in the comment sections, all you in the chat, it's all of y'all that subscribe. We're in this together. We got. We trying to be number one in all this Falcon shit. Number one, not number two. No.
He said Lust Exchange got him in trouble.
That's what you get. Turn it down. You don't need everybody to hear what we talking about.
Exactly. I almost damn near forgot what I was about to say. But
talking about this adult content.
God, Lord. But like I said, it's rivalry week. Like I said, I do not condone anybody celebrating people's injuries. I don't give a fuck what team you play for. I don't care what rival we have. At the end of the game, this is just a football game. People's lives.
Thank you.
People have to live after these games. And if you got somebody that is hurt, and like I said, we can say, well, they would do the same thing to us if Matt Ryan was hurt. Like I said, at the end of the day, as football fans, we have to keep this. Like I said, the Falcons and Saints rivalry is one of the pettiest rivalries in the NFL right now. We talk our shit based off of stupid shit that don't mean a damn thing at the end of the day. But when you out here celebrating people getting hurt, then that makes it no fun as a fan. That makes you a savage. That makes you an animal. Because you have to remember these football players, every play could be their last play, no matter what. Like I said, most of the injuries that happen in the NFL come off of non-contact plays. You don't know when it's gonna be. So, like I said, appreciate the rivalry. This is what we talk our shit for. And like I said, I need to see the Falcons spank that ass like a motherfucker. And if we, hey, I got a question for you, boy. Y'all still doing that rivalry thing on Friday?
Yeah, I was going to announce that. Thanks a lot, but go ahead and talk about it. I was going to talk about it. I was waiting on my turn.
The reason why I say this is Mark 504 talking all this shit.
Uh-oh.
He need to be the first one.
Call him out.
He need to be the first one on that show. If he don't show up on that show, we're going to put you in the Tat McKinley side of the game.
He ain't going to show up. He ain't got no damn picture.
9 times out of 10, he ain't going to show up. So,
he ain't got a profile picture, so you know he ain't going to show up.
Like I said, I'm gonna just end that. I'm gonna let Maggie goddamn.
Did everybody go? Everybody go.
Let me go. Let me say this. Let me say this, man. To kind of expand on what you said, Kill, bro, KStylz, man. I followed Jonathan Abraham on Facebook. Maggie and we follow him on Facebook, and dude was going through it.
Yeah.
And this is no joke. Absolutely no joke. We've interviewed former players, and those guys, Jamal Anderson, the season pain in their eyes, you know what I'm saying, do certain things. Chris Drab lost his family, like he lost his wife due to cancer, you know what I'm saying? And to see like the pain on their face, see what they're going through off the field. These people are human. These people are human also. So when I see Falcons fans celebrating players' injuries, like they literally celebrating, it's like, ha, that's what you get, motherfucker. Like this is football, bro. It ain't that serious. It shouldn't be that serious where you are wishing harm upon somebody. And like I said, the key thing to what Kevin said, these people still got families at home. They still want a quality life after. Like, these guys are retiring at 30 years old, 40 years old. They still got a good 60 years to live. You want those years to be quality years. You know what I'm saying? And for Falcons fans that got a problem with anything I say, y'all can fuck off. We don't need your ass on here anyway. If you got a problem with anything I'm saying, because y'all want to be assholes and cheer guys getting injured, man, like I said, this man got to punch it long. I don't give a damn how much I hate the Saints. I don't give a damn how much I hate Drew Brees. But I don't want the man to fucking die. Like, you guys, like this man, this is a serious injury. And CTE ain't no joke. Exactly, Nick. Like this, it ain't no freaking joke. It's no freaking it's nothing to joke about. And these people are human. You got their little kids at home, don't know if their daddy gonna be all right. They going home, daddy can't breathe, daddy can't walk, daddy can't do anything. Think about it that way. So when it comes down to it, man, we gotta like learn how to separate football from reality, from real life. And some of you guys don't know how to separate real life issues from, sports, you know what I'm saying? And that shit is just going too far. And like I said, if you got a problem with anything I got to say, man, you can fuck off. You can unsubscribe right now. I don't want your kind anywhere near me any fucking way. So with that being said, Ms. Maggie, you want to close us out?
I'm supposed to follow after all of that? Well, I basically wanted to jump in, and it's rivalry week, and we are going to be doing a special Friday episode. I've been recruiting. We're going to have a couple of Ain't fans on there, unfortunately, along with maybe some of the panel right about here. And we're going to do a special episode Friday, and we have a new show that's coming. We might test it out this Saturday, but everybody been talking about we need a pre-show. Atlanta Falcons Nation getting ready to bring y'all a actual pre-show, but it's gonna be Saturday, 11 a.m. right before college and everything else, so y'all can still kind of get your tailgate on, and but it's time for a pregame show for Atlanta Falcons Nation. So we are definitely bringing that Saturday mornings. Look for it. You're going to have some new faces. We tried to have Magnus on, but he was having some technical difficulties, but you'll be seeing him there, as well as you might see some familiar faces on there. But tune in, y'all. Tune in, as well as, like Kevin said, KStylz, ATLian Sports Zones, 8 p.m. tomorrow, as well as, for people don't know, Lust Exchange is an adult show. And yes, we talk about sex and everything else. So if you ain't cool with the wife and she don't know what we talking about, she might not like it. Yeah, we might be a little friendly because it's an adult show. So if you can't handle it, don't watch it. How about that? We talk about everything you want to talk about that people are afraid to talk about on Lust Exchange. So make sure y'all check us out if you want to hear some good stuff. But with that being said, people, appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all tuning in tomorrow as well as Friday for the Rivalry night. This is going to be epic. This is going to be crazy. I want y'all to bring all y'all freaking call your Saints friends. Get them in the chat. Let's do it. We might even have the phone lines open that night. So let's do it. It's Rivalry Friday night. Let's act a fool. So let's do it, y'all. But on that note, let's go ahead and end this right here. We got J-Rock, Jew Talk Sports, Just KStylz, Matt Mike Sports, and myself, and we out. And Mark, he ain't showing up, y'all. You ain't showing up, Mark. You ain't showing up, Mark.
Hey, I got one more thing. Everybody follow the Discord too. Like I said, follow the Discord. It's popping. It's open-minded. Mike got it set up with a whole bunch of sections. Y'all go join the Discord.
There you go. Join the Discord. And look. Tell you what, hide it. Put the earphones in. If you want to talk, listen to it. You can watch it later, y'all. Go ahead. This don't matter. It don't matter. Plus Exchange is for everybody. Just get your look for real. For real. It's not just about sex and everything else. We do teach lessons. So please, you'll learn something. So don't underestimate what we're talking about. The topic might be hot, but you're gonna learn something from both of y'all. So it's for everybody. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Nick. Don't get your password changed.
Hey, if you want to compare Lust Exchange to any show, you remember that old lady that showed us to come on at night on HBO?
Sex Talk Sue. That was my girl. She taught me how to damn give a blowjob. I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
Oh God.
She taught me. I'm sorry I had to say it, but she keep it real. So
people get the hand jobs on live TV.
Hell yeah, she was giving them tips and everything. So y'all go back and watch her old ass because she was on it. But anyway,
I think you might have started the whole chat with that one.
Exactly. She was an old thought.
Cheap plug, Lust Exchange, cheap plug. But all right, we gotta go. Y'all tripping.
We ain't shit for that. What the fuck?
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. But they talking about blowjobs on Keish Corner right about now, so I'm gonna go on over there and join on that show.
Yeah.
Corner.
Hey,
no, it's not Keish Corner. It's Black Girls Interrupted. So I'm gonna be on there. I'll see y'all later. I'm about to make my appearance on there because that's what they talking about tonight. Speaking of, all right, y'all.
Oh yeah, y'all